We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line. Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 65. 21. I got you.
This is from the 30 to the 34. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
White. It's now second and 6. Hey, let's go. At the 34-yard line.
To throw on second and 6. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go. 12. Like 20. Rush in.
They'll run on first down. Clemens. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now. It's Coleman, and there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Here we go. 180. 21. Mike 5'9. Smooth.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, what's the head coach thinking? Is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
I got you.
They'll run it with Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tight. Hey, tight as Ringo.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On first down, Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo on first down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's got it to Ingram, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball to the middle of the field where a lot.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and 12.
At the 47-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Garoppolo and the offense with a first and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Now Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, 36 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken at the 15. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Well, certainly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On second down, Clemens. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Niners on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is taken at the 10. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bears take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80! Black!
Take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Clemens. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road. And this is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Hey, Charlie! 56. Mike, 56.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Jordan Reed has it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Throwing again is Darnold. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. He's got daylight. The 30, 20, 10. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And they are going for it. Darnold. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180. 1, Omaha. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Clemens. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go. 120. 11.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Here we go. 180. 13.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Under 10.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Darnold from the gun. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down.
Mike, 57. Hello, 80. Hello, 80. Hey, exit. Here we go.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery.
Let's go, defenses.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, and he's got Snead. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
56, check 56. Exit, exit.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On first down, Clemens. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. They'll keep it on the ground. Clemens. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, gun. 13.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. That sack by Khalil Mack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go,
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of a blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Recon, 132 fighter.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dee Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
51 yards on the punt there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
To throw is Darnold. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There goes Mark Ingram. Touchdown, Chicago. Mark Ingram, 52 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together.
11.
And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.